The beauty of Impetus offerings is that no matter where the customer is in their evolution cycle, we have an offering to start them where they are and take them all the way through the journey of realizing business value. So with a major airline, we're doing use case discovery right now.
You're doing use case discovery?
Use case discovery, right? Where are the opportunities for them to improve customer experience or revenue or shave cost off, right? And prioritizing them.
That's a pretty unusual way to get into a customer where they're like, help us figure out what problem we should solve. That's like trusted advisor territory.
Exactly right. That is the territory we've been playing in since about nearly 2 decades now. We have been trusted partner to our customers, and the journey is continuing in the realm of big data. And you might be surprised, but that is true. They actually want help in when you bring wisdom across industry verticals. People want to hear about not just their industry vertical, but what's a telco guy wants to know what the healthcare industry is doing and how can they take their lessons from there over here. That's what we do. We help people cross-learn from across the ecosystem.
Yeah.
And some of these are horizontal best practices that can be applied to...
Well, there's best practice.
There's obviously a relationship between the two, and I'll draw that line, right? So it all started with the adoption of Hadoop. It's great. People have become open to adopting open source, and now they're looking for a streaming technology that's compatible with Hadoop, right? And the Kafka, Storm, or Spark stack, either of those are designed to sit conveniently on Hadoop, on any distribution. And we're currently based on Kafka Storm, moving to Spark Streaming, adding Spark Streaming support as well. So it's a powerful stack, and we are able to actually overcome conversations with where there's the competing technology is proprietary in nature. People have become so friendly to open source, and they've been waiting to get liberated from the hold of proprietary vendors, that they're positively biased towards open source oriented technologies, right? So we are a streaming analytics platform based on open source, but we've solved the problem of deep skill sets and complexity that people need. We make it drop dead easy, visual, to put together applications to the point where in a month we were able to produce 12 different screens and use case scenarios in a month for a major telco. And the beauty of what we produced and the functionality of what we produced rocketed it up all the way to the corporate CIO in terms of the presentation, right? So that's streaming analytics, dramatic productivity to achieve real customer value.
Can you give us a quick sort of recap of the use case that required both the big data, the data warehouse, and the streaming? Yeah. So where they came together?
Sure. In this case, we're talking about use cases that essentially needed streaming sources like set-top box data coming through, and you're taking the set-top box data, you're matching the customer ID on the box to who the customer is, checking whether that customer actually, for example, opened up a maintenance ticket or not. So when you call in, John calls in, the call center agent already knows that, oh, this is John. He's probably a pretty frustrated guy right now because his set-top box has been misbehaving.
Yeah.
And the first thing the agent tells you is that, don't worry, John, if you're calling about the set-top box issue, we already figured that out. We have a replacement job on the way Wednesday morning.
So the streaming
the data quality is real time, so it's not stale data. Oh, he called 2 months ago to complain or about his bill.
Exactly.
It's actually I get other data sets unified in to that moment of touch interaction,
right?
Engagement, or
so you're able to now blend real-time data with the historical data and provide context-sensitive service to the customer.